Once upon a time, there was an England picture crying blood, an amazing and beautiful picture next to the corpse of a hideous animal man. A picture that reflects each one of the sins of this monster. A picture that used when he died could shine again. But it's not just a picture, because this picture is within a book, not a simple book. An amazing book that reflects an internal world, a world in which its author can think, express, and speak loudly about his feelings without conventions, fear of prejudices, numbness, or narcissism. Those that before made him famous and now are the reason for his exile and distance from his sons. And this incredible book is called The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde.
The Picture of Dorian Gray gave the coup de grace to the brilliant literature career of a man who had been extremely critical of his society. This book provides the perfect excuse to question the reputation of an individual whose moral standards, obviously, did with the most frequently said. Some may declare his scandalous, emotional and sexual life, exposed at the time by the unfortunately legal trial against Lord John Sholto Douglas, Marquess of Queensberry, that finally turned against the author. But above all, the novel offers a solid excuse to get rid of a too annoying person for the powerful class, used to reign over and over the months, unaccustomed to disagree of just thinking by themselves.
This magic novel that have more reality than fantasy make a kind of attraction that calls deepest desires of people. It's like if the immorality of the character were a magnet over the public, revealing the darkness of an extremely brute society characterized by precisely the repression of instincts and their existence.
But probably society or its leaders and guardians of good conduct dealt a hard blow such as a Pharisee, presenting the novel that involved more or less disguised criticism of the current double standards, and that was ultimately no less scandalous than sexual illusions, because it directly attacked the pillars of a deeply hypocritical society, establishing dissimulation and appearance.
That's how homosexuality and the Dorian's deprivation, as well as the author's sexual conditions, shows the hypocrisy of the period, creating a parallel world between public image and private activity, at least over the wealthy class.
Victorian society includes a marked division of roles that relegates the feminine to private life. Women are considered as housewives and mothers according to current moral standards, and it is the image of the feminine that is exalted. Therefore, she becomes the maximum custodian of morality, especially since in the Victorian era. The main argument that concerns morality is sexuality, the taboo subject that cannot to be dealt with but which accepts the bourgeoisie so much so that medicine persisting in demonstrating not only the mental inferiority of women, but also their sexual inferiority.
Wilde indeed critiques the Victorian double standards and prejudices that it imposes, but he does it hidden with his prevalent official measures, that is to censor disobedient and libertine customs, a message that he enjoyed shows as his unmasked.
We knew that he was a real bad for his self-esteem and for the relationship he showed in his book, and yet he decided to persist in his attitude simple because he considered it fair. He believed that individual, especially an artist, should have the right, perhaps even the obligation, to demonstrate his discrepancy. One should always be somewhat unlike, because public opinion only exists where there are no ideas. But at the same time, we believe that this right to criticism had to exercise using humor. Art is the only serious thing in the world, and the artist, the only one that is never serious. Fairfax, because he found in this humor a useful mechanism to avoid the verbal confrontation to which the author declared himself unlike, or to make it less violent.
With this book, Wilde lets us a lot of questions and reflections, as if it's possible to trust in a person just by looking in face, or what is the connection between youth and beauty with a work in the Victorian period? Even he lets us questions to our time, like homophobia can be fought. I want you to think about it. To finish, I just want to conclude saying, literature in the Victorian era can be said that the part of Dorian Gray leaves certain aspects of the Gothic novel, combining social and philosophical aspects as the supernatural element that predominates in the work is a picture that takes the true form of Dorian Gray, alike the purpose of life, ethics of the subject of experience.